Keller Williams Realty Technology presents Simplify the Contract Process with eEdge My Transactions. Learn best practices for leveraging eEdge My Transactions, enabling you to streamline the entire transaction process. You'll walk away with tips that will allow you to work faster, more collaboratively, and more efficiently together so you can close more deals. In today's lesson, we'll be talking about 5 simple loop rules. Anyone can add people, documents, tasks to a loop. Anything you add to a loop is private until you share it, and anyone can share anything that they have access to. No one will see who you invite or share with, or who your clients invite or share with, unless they're introduced. And rights to any views cannot be withdrawn. Let's look at sharing options. Whether you initiated this process from the Forms window or from the Loop Summary page, you'll be prompted to select or add the person with whom to share the document. Anyone who has fields assigned to them will be checkmarked by default, and you can override this if you wish, or you can add others that don't have field assignments. You can also type in a custom message that's optional in the field provided, and this will overwrite the default message. You'll choose whether to share the document with edit or view permissions. View gives them the ability to see the document for review, but they cannot make any changes unless a specific field is assigned to them. Can fill out allows them to view and sign. And edit gives them the ability to make changes to the documents. If the individual has signature fields assigned to them, they'll automatically get signature rights when it's shared to them. And as a general rule, view and sign is given to clients and edit is given to other agents. If you have a form that the client needs to complete fully, you can give them edit permissions instead of assigning all fields to them. Remember, the form will not auto-share back with you once they're complete. The client will have to choose to share it back with you if you're using the view and sign option. Save time later by preparing now. We'll go over account settings, document sets and defaults, the clause manager, and task templates. These 4 areas of My Transactions will help you to get prepared. Once you're logged into My Transactions page, you'll have access to the My Transactions profile, your settings, and your notifications page. Here you can ignore the upgrade option on this page, as all KW associates are upgraded to the .loop premium package. From your account settings, you can add your photo, change your editor preferences such as font, the style, and even the color and size, as well as your personal information. That would be your name, your e-sign criteria, your email address, and of course here you can double check your brokerage information. When you're starting a transaction using paper, your first step is to typically pull out a file folder, add the documents that are in that specific file for that type of transaction. For example, when you're working with a VA and FHA buyers, short sale sellers, condos, or townhomes, they all require specific documents which can be added to the file folder, and each of these document sets are customized with default values. You can add as many document sets to a loop as you want. That will include any live or PDF documents. Do you have standard clauses or text that you don't want to have to type out every time? Well, the Clause Manager is for you. Clauses are created in the Template section of My Transactions. You'll click on the Templates icon, and then you can scroll down to find the Clause section, or you can click on the Documents tab to minimize the Document section. Agents can create clauses for themselves. Broker Dashboard users can create clauses from the Broker Dashboard and then share them with their agents. These clauses created from the Broker Dashboard cannot be edited by the agent. A task template is simply a reusable task list, which is a group of tasks. These tasks lists can be created by a user, an agent, and loaded to any loop they create, or it can be created by an admin, a broker or transactions coordinator, and be shared with the entire office. For this example, let's say we're an agent creating a task list for our clients who are listing a home. First, we would need to pick up an existing loop or create a new loop, maybe name the loop Task Templates, and begin creating a task list and naming it something like Client Listing Checklist. Then we can proceed to add a new task to this list. Once complete, We can then click on the drop-down next to the task list name and choose the option Create Template. Let's review some tips for working smarter, including loop details, adding document sets, and inserting clauses. Using the loop details option, you can save time and effort by adding all of the details of the loop that will automatically pre-populate all fields of an electronic document. You can add the address of the property, the roles of the people in the loop, buyers, sellers, co-op agents, etc., and wherever these specifics apply, they will be auto-populated. In some offices, when you're working in the paper environment, you may even have some of these types of file folders with all of the required documents already added. The document sets in My Transactions are no different. These are loops that already have all of the required documents for different types of transactions that can be created by the Office Transactions Coordinator or even by an individual agent. This is a great time-saving and compliance-ready feature. Clauses can be added to forms in two ways. One is to just start typing out the clause, and a list of suggested clauses that start with those words will appear in a drop-down to select. Or you can always use a clause insert icon on the top of the form in the Field Options menu. Let's look at some time-saving features when interacting with a client by in-person signing, mobile signing, and uploading photos. Remember, during your listing or buyer's presentation, your goal is to walk away with an agreement. When you're sitting across from a potential client, you can use My Transactions to have them sign your contracts. This will eliminate the guesswork of your clients creating their own unique .loop account, and you can help them get set up in every step of the way. The mobile optimized process for clients can help a client get a transactions closed or even initiated wherever they may be located. That means at the beach or even across the globe. This isn't an app, so no need to download anything. And give your loops personality and the ability to quickly locate and identify your transactions by adding a photo of the home that's for sale or photos of the clients. Give your loops personality and the ability to quickly locate and identify transactions by adding a photo of the home for sale or photos of the clients. If you're working with buyers, why not add a photo of the home that they're purchasing so that they see it every time they log into their .loop account or when they're signing and reviewing any of the documents? Let's now look at closing the loop by emailing attachments to a loop, submitting them to review, and using your KW resources. Save yourself time and effort by emailing a document right into your loop. You can even email a document into a specific folder in a loop. Each KW associate who has a My Transactions account has their own unique email address. So even if a co-op agent or a client that doesn't want to use paperless option sends you a document via email, you can always email it right into your loop. There are several ways to submit your document for review to your Transactions Coordinator. Submitting from your notifications received is just one of those ways. And there are several resources available to you to use that will help you learn more about My Transactions. Thank you for being here. Hope you're making it a great day at Keller Williams.